Hello, Dethrone Records. We're part Death.
Hi, this is Javi vocals.
Jesse drums.
Hey, Rudy here, guitar, founder.
Remy bass.
Different ways. We're here in the practice space in Fort Washington, Maryland. You know. How did it affect you?
I mean, pandemic sucks, but then we still have to work. So it's just like a regular days for us, man.
Yeah.
Yep. And gotta work.
Pandemic took the shows away for a while, and the band sort of went on hiatus for a little while there. But I got married again in the meantime, but that didn't go too well. And then eventually, we all got back together and started doing shows again. And we're all doing fine now. Doing much better than we were. 2020 and 2021 were really bad years. It sucked for everybody.
Two
But
years
now we're all
to
back.
come back and start playing again and continue what we left in 2019. We already started working on new material.
Yep.
And
We
then
started new
turning back
materials
again.
and stopped because of the pandemic.
Yeah, we didn't. Our last show was 2019 until recently. Yeah. I had no shows for like 3 years.
Yeah, basically. It's been three long years.
Yeah.
But we're coming back, and we're coming back with more new songs. You know, for everything that we left back 2019.
Yeah, and when we played the show again, it felt like we didn't lose a beat. It was just like yesterday. So there's no memory
That
lost
was
there.
nice.
There's all muscle memory. Even though we did not work on any songs in 2020, but when we came back, we had a lot of materials in our head just ready to come out. So in a way, it was kind of good for us to take a breather on that. A lot of shows are not happening during the pandemic in the DMV area, just like any massive cities in the world, you know. And that produces a lot of good new bands, new songs, and all that. So it's a smaller world than you think it is.
Yeah, and also I think it gives the opportunity to meet new people that come back after the pandemic and new bands. You know, that also gives a reason to keep playing, to keep doing shows, you know, to start recording new songs.
Right, record and do shows. All the projects, music projects alone.
Well, during the pandemic, I started recording songs for my solo album, but still learning how to mix and master, so I can do everything, you know. And also help my bandmates and other people who want to record something for the project.
Yeah, I've just been recording a lot of projects by myself at home. I can make a lot of it just on my phone, actually. I've been keeping busy with that. I started some new ones since 2020 and got busy with that. And the only new music I've been listening to lately is this Greek band called Adam. You know, coincidentally the same name as my late little brother. But there's a really good band from Greece. They kind of sound like Tool meets Mastodon is what they sound like. I've been listening to them a lot. And then also new music from Temple of Allure. But otherwise I just keep listening to old stuff all the time.
Yep. Yeah, I just listen to whatever sounds good in my ears. I just listen to it. And projects, projects. We have like the Tandang Sora thing, and
Yeah.
we usually play some Filipino Independence Day and stuff.
It's like a full-on band that does shows.
Yeah, we play whatever. We get the gigs twice a month, and cover bands.
Yeah, it's a cover band.
Metal. Check that out. Yep.
Yep.
And rap.
Music?
No, you have to say it.
Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, pretty much everything. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, and there's a lot of underground bands all around the world that shout out to DCML.com, Metal Chris, and the guys in Rochester, New York for Grim Dystopian. Got a lot of mixtures of cool underground local bands, and not to mention the places where we go to, local shows in the DMV area. There's new bands emerging and some great material. So, and also just like Jesse, we still listen to the to the core of the old school stuff that keeps us going.
Yeah, old stuff never gets old.
Yeah. New hobbies during pandemic. I picked up a motorcycle and had to learn how to write that.
First meeting part that was me and Jessar Dalunos.
The original drummer.
The original drummer. We were Tangdang Sora then before part that. He was the original drummer. I have him, and we have lots of people coming in, going out.
One of those bass players was really good. I can't remember what was his
We
name.
have Anthony.
But who was the guy before Anthony? 'Cause he was
Before
really good.
Anthony. I don't know his name.
But he was good. I saw live video. He was good.
Oh, okay, that's Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
Rex Dalunos.
Rex
yeah.
and then Anthony were the first two bass players.
he's Tandang Sora, and we have Anthony. Then we had Jad
On vocals.
on vocals.
And then I came in on drums in 2011.
Then Jesser left, and he moved back to Virginia Beach. So you gotta find the drummer, which is right
Yeah.
here. This guy with Jesse.
Yeah. My first ex-wife found their MySpace page and said, you should go talk to these guys. And I was about to, and then he beat me to it and called me up and said, hey, let's arrange a practice or jam session, like audition basically. I said, yeah. And we had the first little jam session in in the basement of my house. And then after that, he said, apparently he liked my drumming and said, we'll move your drums to here. Let's keep doing it.
We gave him a copy and
Copies the music, yeah, I memorized it all. And became the new drummer since like 2011.
And then when Jad left, we got Javi, our best friend.
Yeah.
He's in the band called Alud back then.
Yeah. He was hanging out with us and taking pictures of you.
Yeah.
First
Our
shows.
first gig is with Alud, which is Javi was there.
Photographer.
Yeah, he's a photographer too.
I
Yeah.
was taking pictures for them, and then even we went to where was the festival in
Back in Baltimore.
no, we
like
went to a festival. Remember, like 16 hours driving.
And my first show in the band was in
Yeah, it was
2012. Yeah.
Gorguts something.
2012 was my first show as the drummer somewhere in PG County, I think, right? Or maybe Silver Spring.
Yeah, that's in Sky Lounge.
Yeah, that was Silver Spring. Yeah.
Sky
Lounge in Silver Spring was my first show as a drummer in early 2012. He was taking
So when
pictures
Anthony
for that,
left,
too.
we get Remy.
We had Alex on bass for a little while, and then after Alex left, then we had Remy. And Remy's been the bass player since 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met Remy at a bar, right? At the bar. They used to do a lot of shows.
Yeah, I'm the youngest one in the band.
Yeah.
Not by age, but just the newest member.
He told me he was talking to other people, and then he said like he was like a half Filipino. Half
Actually, he's
I was like,
Indonesian.
Do you play
Indonesian.
bass? He's like, no, guitar.
Bolivian, American, Philippine,
Yeah,
Indonesian. So we're all mixed bag here,
Thanks
cultures.
Rudy right away. Said, hey,
I guess I
cut.
cut the look, so I'm good. I mean,
Have the chops on bass.
I was the missing piece, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You all metal
Into
guys
the right
from
music, right
Philippines.
vibes, good enough
Cheers, man.
player.
Cheers.
Mabuhay.
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 It's like old school death and thrash metal kind of mixed together. A little bit technical at times, some groove at times, and a lot of old school influences like Obituary and Death, Disincarnate, Cancer, and James Murphy on guitar playing's big influence on it. Stuff like that. Entomb, Grave, Slayer,
It's all Death.
Sepultura.
All Death.
Chuck.
Our
Death.
biggest influence.
Yeah, Chuck Shoulder, yeah.
Obituary.
Chuck and James, two big guitar influences right there.
Immolation.
Yeah, Immolation, Incantation, Dying Fetus, local concepts is like in the lyrics, man. Like Javi and I, and even Rudy, all contributed lyrics, and Alex contributed lyrics, and Jad contributed lyrics, and all the lyrics basically all talk about life and death and suffering and violence and apocalypse.
And we have Death We Thrash, which is something more about metalheads.
Yeah.
And how metalheads get together,
Metalhead,
shows and marketing
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Metalhead anthem, yeah.
yeah, just staying a little bit for this politics or religion.
Yeah. Same stuff that a lot of other bands talk about, really. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Use this discount code to avail 50% on this t-shirt merchandise.
Our area.
In the area in DC, Maryland, Virginia, what I've seen after the pandemic is a lot of new bands, a lot of kids. They are really die-hard metalheads playing old school metal. You know, even though they're kids, but once you see them live, you know, it seems like they're bringing back all the good stuff from the old days. You see them playing hard, you know, you see them crushing on the mosh pit. There's a lot of new bands and the shows, house shows, sometimes venues. A couple of venues open up more for shows, so things that we didn't see that much before the pandemic.
Yeah, we're very fortunate in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, for bands to come through this region, and so a lot of emerging bands are highly, influenced, and a lot of good things are happening. Like Monday, there's a show in Baltimore for Inhalation coming through in Obituary, and on the same week, towards the end, I think Devourment's coming to town, and it just, the season's starting, the weather's starting to get nice in spring.
Yeah.
It's so easy for bands to overbook themselves, and for us as well to overbook shows. I think we might have done that by accident, but this is one of the places where we're fortunate enough to see a lot of circulation of musicians coming by, and we're fostering a lot of sustainability music in here. So you hear a lot of cool stuff coming out from this area.
Yeah, us and Dying Fetus being the most successful one. Misery Index, Temple of Allure. We got some great new music coming out.
Pig Destroyer.
Yeah, Pig Destroyer.
Almost,
Ilsa, Pig Destroyer, No Mass. There's a lot of
there's those.
Yeah, that band that's on your shirt there, a black metal band from Baltimore.
Cranium.
They're a good band
Sick
too.
Beer,
Cranium Drain.
Oh yeah, Cranium Drain.
Buddy's Cranium Drain.
Genocide Pact.
And almost there is a show every day in the area or Richmond. Sunday we have Massacre play with the Mortar Skull.
Oh wow, Mortar
And
Skull.
then we have a lot of shows the next week too. Yeah, so it's like
Desolate is opening for Exhumed and also Cavalier.
Oh yeah,
Cavalier,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's Vivek's band right there.
Yeah, so we
We're
have
looking forward for the MDF.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Maryland
also,
Death Fest is right
Oh
here.
yeah, Maryland Death. Yeah,
It's
Maryland
coming
Death Fest
soon.
every year. Yeah,
and
always good.
one of the
Always good.
Not a
Yeah.
bad.
season or live
A lot
guitar
of
players,
bands from all
players
over the
of
world come
Exhumed
there.
is a guy from DC.
Hell in the Harbor is in a few weeks.
Yeah,
So that's a lot of
I
cool
think
stuff.
we're lucky. There's a lot of opportunities for bands now, and to start doing shows, recording music. You don't know. Maybe you can start touring with one of these big bands too.
And just because of that, that's no mystery. New bands emerge because we're highly influenced by that, and we just want to form a band and write a song. And, a lot of guys are in other bands as well. So that's another thing. That's cool. Another cool thing.
So basically everything's going back to normal,
Yeah,
which is good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pandemic was
absolutely.
rough for a lot of people, man.
Yeah. Some of the bands that we used to play with, they didn't come back.
Some of them didn't make it, but for the most of us
But
did.
there's a new,
Yeah,
new
most of
bands.
us are back.
They're born basically a few years, so last year they're doing a great job. Surprisingly much better than the new bands they used to play before. They were last maybe 3 or 4 months, do a couple of shows and then it's done. So now these new bands, they're struggling.
By the way, going back to pandemic, also a lot of folks are doing a lot of solo projects, and that was the time to do so. And
Yeah.
learning, picking up a
That's what we
new
did.
hobby was one of your questions of, a lot of people learn how to use Pro Tools and Ableton and start recording their own stuff. And when they go back to their own band, they're like superpower, triple ready to
Yeah.
go, you know.
And
That's practically
Advancements in
good.
mobile recording too.
And I also
Strangely.
and that also helps for the band, you know, to get new riffs, new ideas. So
Yeah.
everybody puts something new on that, trying to
Yeah.
compose a new song.
Yep.
You guys ready? Dethrone Records.
Dethrone Records.
James, that's easy. It was right here.
Yeah.
You're looking
Yep.
at it.
Right in the
You're looking at
basement.
it. We recorded it right here. It was like a winter time. It was
Yeah.
cold and
Winter 2012, freezing.
Yep. We stayed up till late and record.
They sleep here
Yeah.
too, right?
Uh-huh.
His nephew,
Nobody went
when this
home.
recording
My
gear
nephew,
came by,
yep, Boschwell,
Yeah.
recorded us. He brought his
Set
stuff
it all
in
up
here,
right there.
laptop, and
Yep. Recorded the old drum set first, as it went to
Yep.
his laptop that was sitting there with two computer screens.
that,
Scratch track.
Recorded it all, scratch tracks, and then bass tracks were next, then guitar tracks, then lead guitars, and then vocals last. Yeah.
my neighbors love it. They don't care. They
Yeah.
play till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They never complained.
They never complain,
Yeah.
and that's good for them. They're Filipino actually. Yeah.
They support.
That was an eeasy question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dethrone
Dethrone
Records.
Records.
Dethrone Records.
When we play it right, when we like it, that's the
Yeah. You usually just feel it.
yeah, we
It just
feel it.
feels done at a certain point.
Actually, it's never
It's
finished.
easier said than done.
It was never finished. You got more stuff, like more
Yeah, it's,
ingredients to go to, but
You can just feel
I
it when it's
mean, we
done.
have to cut it,
Yeah.
and
And then after 1 month or
Yeah.
2 months playing that song, the new song, really said, hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
add this new solo.
Oh, sometimes it happens,
Yeah.
but some songs come together in a single day.
Yeah.
Some of them, and they stick that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the very complicated riff. I want something, you know what I mean, catchy and easy and
Both can be good.
the crowd pleaser. And
More like
Yep.
a chin, 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 chin.
Yeah.
Groove oriented.
Yeah, good grooves, good heavy
Right.
riffs. Something that really feels heavy. and
We
feels
try to
good.
write a song when you can feel there's a song. You know, technical
Yeah.
stuff is not what we.
Not
what we-
usually.
Yeah.
it's we like to hear a song.
You know, so the type of songs when you.
It's more
play
about the
in-
song and the feel than it is about technicality. But
Yeah.
sometimes technicality just comes into it,
Yeah,
just when it feels natural.
it comes in when it calls for it only,
Yeah, when it calls for it. Yeah.
but we don't
Yeah,
construct
the,
it like that.
The type of
Yeah.
songs when you
Contribute.
listen to and automatically
Yeah.
bang your head. Like,
The intention is the feeling. Does it feel good? Does it move you? That's the main intention.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
yeah.
Right?
Ah,
Dethrone Records!
我有一个秘密，悄悄告诉你，欢迎你来到天堂。Ating ituloy na simulan.
Dukha o mayaman kung para sa bayan.
New songs, you know, hoping to record the new songs in a little EP. Then hopefully, eventually, make a full-length album of those and the old songs, you know. High quality full-length album someday, hopefully.
Yeah, 'cause so we already have new songs before the pandemic, and after
Yeah.
that, you know, it took us basically almost 3 years to go back together, and then we start, you know, playing again these new songs, and we're playing the old songs and adding a couple stuff. So
Yeah.
we're probably gonna get a couple of, you know, just an EP, and then eventually a full-length album.
Yeah. Like the newest songs will be the EP, and then
Yeah.
full-length will have all the old songs, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And of course, eventually we'll jam, trying to get some new songs, new ideas,
And of course, plenty more shows in the world too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to see Part Death live, man.
Yeah.
More songs coming up, man. I mean, it's a little hard, how we do things here, and because we gotta work every day.
Yeah.
You gotta put your time.
Yeah. We can only get together on weekends. Yeah.
So you gotta start written stuff, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, eventually we will stop doing more shows, more music, and then get a sponsor by the Red Horses, San Miguel, the radio.
And eventually, man, we're gonna go to Philippines, man. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I gotta get a visa or a new
We'll figure it out and go to Indonesia too, right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got
Southeast concert.
Asia.
we're looking forward for that one.
Yeah. That's the big thing.
Yep.
Dethrone Records.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but one movie that I really like is a comedy. It's War History. Mel Brooks' War History.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's really
Mel
funny.
Yeah, he's always funny.
Yeah, it's good to be a kid. The classic.
Anything else?
Futurama, I guess, for cartoons.
Speedy Gonzalez?
Family Guy. The Thundercats, always a classic.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, Masters of the Universe is my
Masters of the
favorite.
Universe, He-Man, Transformers.
Transformers 2 and G.I. Joe. I watched them all a lot back in the day.
One of my favorites was Count Dracula. Too. It's a British cartoon.
Is that movies?
It's a
TV
dog,
show.
but it's a vampire. When they bring him back to life, they use tomato juice instead of blood. So he's a vegetarian vampire.
And I have so many. I might as well just name a bunch of movies because I have so many favorite old movies, man. Aliens, Predator, Event Horizon, Jacob's Ladder, Flatliners, First Blood, Predator. If I didn't say that already, the first two Terminators,
Exterminator,
Altered States, Videodrome. I got a lot of favorite movies, man. The first two Evil Deads.
Any 80s, early 90s movies.
My turn.
Sure.
Me too. I've got a lot of movies. I got it. Yep. Like Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, right? I mean, who wants to? Philippines, man, they love racing, man. We used to race in Green Hills. If you remember that place back in the days, in the 80s, we used to race our cars back there, man. But
So
books,
Fast and Furious, like good nostalgia.
I don't really read a lot of books. I read
Me neither. Yeah.
Testament. I mean New Testament. But not really. And there you go. Dude.
Oh man, too much to mention. I like a lot of comedies and horror movies, but I grew up in UK, so I also like a lot of British comedies, sitcoms in the anywhere between the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Benny Hill.
Early 2000s.
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill's a master.
Benny Hill.
Hilarious
Monty
stuff,
Python.
man.
Benny
Monty
Hill.
Python. The Young Ones.
Young Ones, I love the Young. Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Dangerous Brothers.
Beavis
Young
and
One.
Butthead. Yeah.
Young
Monty
Ones is one of my
Python.
favorites. Yeah, absolutely.
All that cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Too much to mention. I can't even. Yeah.
What about favorite horror movies?
Gosh, suspense. Stanley Kubrick to
The Shining.
Fulci's.
The Shining is another
Italians.
favorite horror movie. Yeah, I love
The
that.
Shining, yeah.
Living Dead. That's good.
Yeah.
Especially with
Clockwork Orange, The
Makeup.
Shining, and Space Odyssey are like the best Kubrick movies.
Yeah, the
Full Metal
Clockwork
Jacket
Orange.
too. Yeah. Best Kubrick movies. Yeah.
Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Exorcist 1 and Exorcist 3.
Yep.
Those two movies are so good.
The first Exorcist was shot. The steps was shot right here in Georgetown.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
stairs.
Georgetown,
The stairs
DC.
in Georgetown.
Yeah, right in DC. Yeah.
That's a couple of blocks away from where I live.
And all of Part 3 is in DC too. Part 3 is the best sequel. That's a really good sequel.
Yep.
They have to do one more part. The part that.
Maybe we'll do a short video shoot on that stairs in.
Yeah, we also have a lot of cool cemeteries over here. We have our local brewery called Atlas Brewery, and it's right in
Yeah.
front of that.
And
Mhm.
there's
Right in front of an awesome cemetery on the
a
hill.
haunted house at Georgetown too, the Stone House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a museum now. It's the only
Hey,
house in between all these new buildings.
Yeah. hey, my house used to be haunted, but then when part that start playing,
All the ghouls
Oh,
went
jeez, the
away.
ghost away.
They couldn't handle it, man.
They couldn't handle the
They
blast
couldn't-
beats and the double bass and the
they couldn't
riffing
handle
and
us.
the
They
screams
couldn't handle the corona.
and the coronas.
Yeah, I mean,
They just couldn't handle it.
The
We scared
virus
them all
and the
away.
beer. Between the virus and the beer, we're out of here,
Yep,
man.
Between
Yeah,
the metal and the virus and the beer, we scared all the ghosts away.
Yep. Parked that's in the house.
Yeah.
So everybody was gone.
So there you go. That's your answer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Dethrone
Thank you to
Records.
Dethrone Records.
All right.
Thank you to James and Dethrone Records.
Yep.
Thank you, Dethrone Records.
Thank you.
Thank you, James. Dethrone Records. As you know,
Yeah, plug into Part Death
Part
music.
Death,
You can find us
and-
anywhere, pretty much.
yep.
Thanks everyone for
We're
watching.
planning to actually, we would like to play in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully, coming to a theater near you.
We'll see you there, James.
hey, James. Oh, actually, by the way, I have a friend. Get well soon.
Shout out.
Get well soon from the guy from Dead Radio PH.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah, Ralph. Dead Radio Ralph.
Records.
James
And,
David.
Thanks a bunch for tuning into Part Death and ask cool questions, and I hope we got the right answers for you. Yeah, find us anywhere and social media, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Holler at us if you got any questions, man.
Yeah. Hey, get well soon. The guy from Death Radio PH Moon. Get well soon, guy. And yep. Thank you, James, David.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for
Thank
spending
you.
time with us. And don't forget to keep supporting the show that supports all metal bands. And keep the flame of metal alive. That's all.
Yeah, man. Dethrone Records.
Dethrone Records.
Hey, man.
Dethrone
Thank you very
Records.
much for having us.
See you soon in the Philippines, James.